Somare. He is the Director of India and SARC for Haulotte. He is a technocrat with a rich and diversified experience of 29 years in the engineering industry, both in India and abroad. Today, he is considered a stalwart in the access equipment industry in India. He established the Indian subsidiary of Haulotte a decade back and has been helping the business operations spread across India and various SARC countries like Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. He has been instrumental in making Haulotte one of the most preferred and popular access equipment brands across segments. Today, he will be speaking on Haulotte Range and the process of machine selection. So delegates, let's welcome Mr. Somare.
The need of working at height today is universal. So access equipment today finds usage across sectors. So we cannot say it is specific to any sector. It is used across sectors, across industries. In America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Japan, South Korea, and Middle East, which are the more developed, matured access equipment industry, there are laws which strongly necessitate the use of AWPs to work to be done at height, especially over 3 meters. Many countries like Australia, in the US, have a 3 meter restriction that beyond 3 meter, you need to have access equipment to be used. Interestingly, China, which in 2016 was a market of around 3,000 new machines, is today the largest AWP market in the world. It's about 175,000 or 175,000 new units which were sold in 2021. So the country is witnessing a boom in the access equipment industry across different sectors, in construction, infra, retail, housing, aviation, shipbuilding, everywhere across China. Unfortunately, in India, despite AWP having come in early 2000s, we are still at a very, very immature or nascent stage. There are many challenges towards it because we don't have legislations in place. So, and plus there is unhindered import of used machines, which also don't promulgate the use of AWPs. And the awareness is also something which is growing over time, but a lot needs to be done on this. Now, in India, what we see, we are using ladders, we are using bamboo scaffolding, but they are not considered to be safe at working at height. The next thing which is used is scaffolding. Now, scaffolding is fine, many takers because it's cheap, but we must remember it's time consuming to assemble and disassemble. Further, they have restrictions in terms of height, in terms of load capacity, in terms of safety, and while shifting it from one place to another or one position to another. That is why MEWP or Mobile Elevated Work Platform or Aerial Work Platform has a big advantage. Being a self-propelled, easy to operate, conforming to the highest safety standards, and various variants being available to be chosen based on the nature of application and job, such machines prove to be the most versatile amongst other solutions when it comes to working at height. Now, the versatility of AWP manufacturer, especially those who offer a full range. So there are manufacturers who are making AWP as a part of their business. And there are manufacturers like us for whom AWP is the only business we are into. We are not into any other business at all. So for us, there is a wide scope of innovation. Access equipment not only gives the assurance to the user while operating and working at height because of the gamut of safety features which are available on the machine, but in turn, it also increases the productivity at work and thus aids the speedy and timely project completion. So I'll briefly touch upon the range, what we do at Haulotte. So why choose Haulotte? So we are an international manufacturer. We're a French MNC. And Haulotte is almost a 130-year-old company. We were manufacturing mobile cranes before in the name of Pingli Haulotte. And then from 1985, we moved on to manufacturing AWPs. So we are the first AWP manufacturer in Europe. And we would say rather the third manufacturer in the world after JJ. So we exceed in expectation as a full range equipment manufacturer in providing global solutions. And obviously our products, we are very concentrating on providing the safe machines, and of course you're optimizing your maintenance cost of such machines. So when we talk about the range, so we have from the smallest, which is the people lifting, we call it under the banner of people lifting. We have the push arounds, which are the smallest machines, which also are used in different segments for indoor applications. I'll come to applications a little later in my presentation, but these are indoor machines. They can be pushed around, so from 8 meter to 14 meter. Then we have vertical masts, which are also very narrow and agile machines, which can be used both indoor and outdoor based on model, and work in tight spaces wherever it has very narrow aisle width, such machines find a very important application and use. Third is the telescopic boom, of course. It's very common. We see the ultra booms and the long telescopic booms. So here we are offering from 16 meter to 43 meter, and they are used in different segments across the industry. Next, we come to the biggest segment of all, which is scissor lift. Now, scissor lift consists of 67% of the world LFWP consists of scissor lifts and electrical scissor lifts. 67%. So that's the kind of a volume which scissor lifts are. These are machines which can carry a much higher load, come in different sizes, and the electric or battery operated machines from 8 meter to 14 to 16 meters. And then we have rough terrain, which is 15 and 18 meter. They also come in diesel. Now in Haulotte, we are considerate about the changing environment. That's why we have decided going forward, any new model which we will launch will be considering the carbon footprint which we leave. That's why it will be on an electric platform, because fossil fuel is coming to an end. Next in range is the articulating. So articulating is also broken into electric, which can be used indoors, outdoors, as well as diesel ones, which are used in different construction sites. So we manufacture from 12 meter up to 41 meters. So the innovations that help you to work efficiently. So at Haulotte, we have been constantly innovating to bring in features, to bring in modules which help our customers, which help us into finding, easy way of working to give better solutions. So today, it's a world of using mobile phones. So we have an app called the Fish Positioning app, which helps you to determine which machine you can use and what application which suits your needs. So the app will actually suggest you which machine can suit based on your requirement. Then similarly, on all your app, we have an app which is the Haulotte Day. We have one common app. We have one common platform for diagnostic, which is the Haulotte Day. It can be used on your mobile phone, on your laptop, on your iPad, and it does the fault diagnostic by conversing with the machine through a Wi-Fi VCI unit. Next, we come to innovations which are unique to Haulotte. So in Haulotte, over the period of time, we have been constantly innovating. We find there's a lot of downtime which happens if a machine is not working and then the technician needs to be called. So what we did, we integrated our machine with what we call the Haulotte Active Screen. So it doesn't only give you the entire parameters of the machine, but it also tells you the different diagnostic it can perform. It can exactly tell you if there is a fault. It will tell you where it has happened. It will give you a pictorial description, and it will also tell you which way this can be corrected. So you will save a lot of time in such usage. Then we come to the active management system. So battery health is very important, because end of the day for electrical machine, if the battery is not kept well, the machine will not perform well. So we use an active management system in which we have a canvas technology. We are also using an automatic water filling system so that you can fill in the water in the batteries automatically as an option. Of course, this comes as an option so that your battery health increases. So our innovations and must-haves quickly to touch upon. Today, there's a lot of the access industry, a lot of accidents happen due to entrap. So all manufacturers have been innovating on this, and on Haulotte's part, we have brought in the active shield bar, which reduces the risk of any overhead crushing injuries. Then we have a stop emission system in which a machine, when it is idling, a diesel machine, after 90 seconds, the engine will cut out. Your people can continue working, but the engine will stop. So you will save on diesel, you will save on fuel while using. And if you want to kick on the engine by pressing the deadman pedal, it can straight away start off. Next, we come to the active lighting system, which is a feature which is very specific to Haulotte. So our machines are integrated with LED lights in 10 points to facilitate night working or night loading. Dual loads are available in many of our platforms in our boom lifts, which allow you to use increased loads on your platform. So safety is our DNA, and we have what we talk about, the Haulotte Active Shield Bar, which is the anti-entrapment system, both in our boom lifts as well as on our scissor lifts. So both our diesel electric scissors also have an anti-entrapment system. The active lighting system, like I said, is something which is very unique to Haulotte. So it illuminates the entire machine at night time. So if in darkness the machine would seem like this, in twilight the machine will sense that it is dark and the active lighting system will come up on its own. So this gives the 10-point lighting system So it lights up the engine and also the machine and also helps you in night working. Innovations that help you to work efficiently. We at Haulotte believe that we shouldn't be going into different websites. So we have one platform, one website, which will give you in case you need parts ordering, you need any documentation, you need any details of the machine, you need any intervention request to be put. It is one website, which is My Haulotte, and you put it over there. Plus, you have the fleet inventory. In case in Haulotte, we have today, it is the age of IoT, okay? And you need real-time data. So in case how your machines is working, how it is being used, whether it is being used beyond the contractual hour, is the machine behaving properly? Everything can be got through telematics. And Haulotte, we have this telematics which is developed specifically for Haulotte, and it is under our patent now, which is called Shetpal, which is our connected companion. We tell our customers to kindly take along with the machine. So your decision guide, how do you choose a machine? It completely depends upon your application. It's very important to know which machine is required for what kind of application. So when we talk about push arounds or pickup, these are indoor machines for a single person usage if he has to go work between 8 to 14 meters, and it is on outriggers which are manually fixed. So maintenance, restoration, some electrical work inside, sporting, other events, we use a push around. When we talk about vertical mast, these are machines with or without jet and can be used in narrow spaces. So logistics, retail, industrial, PEB work, finishing work, even in manufacturing. There are many companies into manufacturing in India which use vertical mast where we have supply. Maintenance, restoration is where such applications, such machines come to use. Scissor lifts have a wide variety way of usage. It is used in building, internal, external, logistic, retail, industrial, finishing, maintenance, and also sporting and other activities. They can carry much heavier loads with men and material and have many takers when it comes to vertical usage. Comes to the articulating boom. Now, articulating boom is very popular in applications wherein you have to enter very critical spaces, because it works like your hand, you can fold it, and it also gives you an edge when you require an up and over clearance or an outreach in terms of going to narrower or difficult areas of work. So it is used in construction, infra, in retail, in building works, in logistics, and maintenance and restoration. Lastly, telescopic booms. Now, telescopic booms, obviously, they come longer. Of course, they give a very excellent outreach as compared to the articulating boom, and they are very industry specific. So if you are working in a cement plant or a steel plant where stacks have to be maintained, or in shipbuilding, they would certainly prefer going in for a telescopic boom, which gives you a definitive outreach. So building works, finishing, maintenance, restoration, and any kind of an industry where you look at a bigger and a better outreach, you go and look at a telescopic boom. Thank you.